What about Louis? What about Louis? What about him? What about Louis? Oh, okay. Help! Sorry, I opened Twitch and immediately heard my own voice. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to today's live stream. As you can see, we're on a game that we have not touched for a minute. As many of you I'm sure are familiar with, I used to play The Legend of Khiimori very frequently on live stream. Oh! Well, that's a bit concerning. Okay. Alright. That's a very optimistic sign. I'm walking in with unupdated graphics drivers. Oh, it'll be okay. Hello, Tactical. Hello, Zaw. Hello, Jules. Hello, Caleb. Hello, Lila. Welcome to the stream, Louison. Yes, what about Louis? What about Louis, chat? What about him? Dude, I set his lettuce on his little... It's meant to be more of a toy, but I just set his lettuce on there. And he is insisting on dragging it off to eat it up from the carpet. Sir! Oh, such a messy child, but that's okay. Hello, Fable! Hello, Lupin! Hello, Bunny! Hello, Cryptic! Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome in. Today we are... I think it was Game Slot 2, I think. Today we're going to be reviewing the newest update for The Legend of Khiimori. So, when I say newest update, basically, all of the features that we explored on the beta branch a little bit over a month ago have now been pushed to the main branch of the game, so everything is publicly available now. We no longer have to recognize things as being in the beta branch of the game. Specifically the Breton and the corruption features, they've been pushed to the public branch. Hello, Fizzy. Hello, Cat. Welcome to the stream. I hope you both are having an awesome day. Welcome in. Meow, meow, meow. Guys, I need to add more... Earlier today, I was like, oh, I should add more sound effects to the sound alerts system. My plan is to add a meowing one, and also a I Love Louis one that can be pressed. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. What was I doing? English, what was I? Is my user interface. This. Yes, here we go. Let's turn it on to reactive here. Okay, so, here we go. Hello, Red Dead Wolf. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. My dog is the same with her treats. If we give her a treat in the kitchen, she has to take it to the big Persian rug to eat it there. He's kind of the same, honestly, even with his, like, chews. I'll give it to him on his carpeted area, and he will proceed to run over to the other part of the room and make a mess there and eat it, which, like, okay, I vacuum regularly anyway, but messy child. When Meow DC channel? That's a good question. In the near future. Hello, Floey. Hello, Misfortune. Okay, so we're gonna get started with this quote-unquote update review. So a lot of stuff we're already familiar with. We saw the Bretons in the beta branch of the game. Is that a new animation? The raising the foot? Have I just not been playing this game enough lately to recognize anything that's actually oh my god, like, I haven't played this game very recently, which I apologize for. Obviously there's a lot of games that very broadly I enjoy. Planet Zoo, Wolf Quest, Ranch of Rivershine, Story of Alicia. All of those games are different games that I've been seriously enjoying playing lately. It's just hard because I'm kind of restricted, on how much I can live stream in a week, and just... Oh! You're just gonna keep swinging your neck around, are you? Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's a bug. Anyways, so I apologize. I know some people have been, like, mostly just looking forward to that, and it's hard because I've got to choose to, like, prioritize what feels most fitting at the time, and also just what I want to do and what I enjoy most. So as more content comes out for games, I always try to revisit ones, and at the end of the day, Khiimori is a special game still, to me, in my opinion. I just have been more interested in other things that have come up, so yeah. Anyways, hi Alex, it's a Rouge in VODs because I missed the Khiimori with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's hard. There's so many games that people want to see. I want to please myself first and foremost with what I play, but I also want to please my viewers, and it's just hard because there's kind of although I follow the animal horse game niche, I know some people aren't interested in everything that covers, and that is okay. That's just how it is, and I've got to pick and choose. I gotta pick and choose now what I'm gonna do. So, anyways, hi, I'm playing Ice Age 2. Oh, as you should. What a wonderful thing. I've also taken a break for like a month or two. No, that's understandable. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to... I got banned from my favorite shop stream for seeing they used... My favorite shop's stream? Wait, your favorite shop was streaming? And I asked them if it was AI, and they went a big rant about how I is the bee's knees, and I said it doesn't even look like you won't be saying that when it takes your job, and she went on about how AI can't do her job and banned me for being rude. I think she's insecure about it. I would maybe have a little respect for her if at least she was more transparent about it, but... I'd still, obviously, I'd be very disappointed, of course, and would choose to boycott after that, but the fact that that is the approach she took, very annoying. Have you seen Voidling Bound? Voidling Bound. Have not heard of it. Have not heard of it. Curious. Sorry, there's so much I need to, like, respond to right now, but I also need to, like, review today, I feel like, so I'm struggling to pay attention. Yeah, understandable. Do you have a Twitch? Yes, I do. It's the same as my TikTok. I watched Planet Zoo on your stream for the first time and hooked. How, and I don't want to get Planet Zoo. It goes on sale quite frequently, so you can definitely snatch it up during a Steam sale before Planet Zoo 2 releases for pretty cheap. Okay, so let me just show you guys what's actually going on, since now that the most of the yappening is out of the way. So as you can see, we now have an easy way. I think, is this bugged? Guys. Oh no. Do you see the issue? So you're supposed to be able now to swap between Nara and her horse here. So you can also see the information for her now right up here, which is good. That's better. They changed the way the horse looks on here. I think I low-key preferred how it looked before, but maybe that's just me. I'm curious... I mean, the user interface on here is decent, but part of me is like, at what point, my inner, like, UI designer in my head, graphic designer, is that what that would be called, is kind of like, I don't know, I'm curious how it's going to progress going forward. I mean, here's the thing, Planet Zoo 1 goes on sale for very cheap when it does these days. Like, we're talking less than $10, so in my opinion, it's better to invest in just trying the first one out for $5 to $10, the base game, and then you should apply to fix their UI. Maybe. But it's worth just getting when it's cheap to try the one, and then that way you know when 2 comes out whether or not you want to fully invest in that. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting so distracted right now. Just came back from my grandpa's funeral. There were a lot of people. I hope it went okay, and I hope that you're feeling a bit more at ease and peaceful. Again, I'm so sorry that your vacation had to be cut short for that, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that this week. Vacations. Funerals are never fun, but I hope you're doing better, and hopefully stream will help you relax a bit today. Okay, sorry. Guys, I keep getting distracted. Let me just... Yeah, so, the needs of Nara have been added to the user interface in the bottom left. I'm already seeing an issue here. Thank you for the follow. The character interface is not appearing. Also, my horse is very thirsty. Hold on, This horse is named Big Mac, chat. I had the very fun opportunity, I don't know if people saw, but I was able to do a... Oh, that's different. I'm noticing the stamina. Hold on, I want to try this. Do you see how... So normally it's like a bar that actively disintegrates, right, while you're running? Did you guys... Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm already seeing a lot of... I'm sorry, I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm a little bit... I don't want to say too much. I don't want to come off as a complainer. But... That is... I don't think the feet moved like that before. Before they, why are you not... Nara is hungry. I know Nara is hungry, but why won't you drink? Chat, I'm scared. Is it... I mean, Yeah, okay, first and foremost, the horse's legs are not supposed to move like that. It didn't move like that before it was added to the public main branch of the game. I will say, like, it looks fine in the trot, but for whatever reason, the animation, like the lifting of the front leg animation is broken on the walk animation on this horse. Sorry, you're getting a huge view of his nose right now. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to turn off Louis' camera. Hold on. Okay. Okay, there. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be happening. It just... Oh god, I don't want to sound mean. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, I do genuinely like this game, okay? But I'm already noticing, I feel like, so many bugs. And normally on the public branch, like, things are put out in a way... Sorry, pause. Thank you so much for the dolphins. I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Liz. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so horse is eating. Are you gonna keep eating? Game's not coming to PS5, at least not until 2025. Or 2025, help. 2027. I'm a bit confused. I feel like... Hold on, let me switch horses. Maybe it's just my horse that's broken. Hold on. Let me just try switching horses. I feel like riding on a Breton's important though, because this was like the main thing that was... One of the main things that had people interested in the update most recently, so I'm trying to like showcase that. I feel like that's important. Okay, here's this horse. There should be a water. Yeah, there we go. Sip that. What else? We've got berries. Berries, yummy. Except, okay, what else? Maybe feed. Jeez, I'm so sad. My save got corrupted when the game was playing, and I lost like over 30 hours of gaming. Wait, were you playing Khiimori? I have no memory. I was trying to play this last night, and I was bugging out too much. Like the food, water, and stamina bar kept bugging, not showing correctly. I get a feeling they might still have some fixes to do. Okay. See, that just... To an extent, it kind of frustrates me, because I feel like... So this update specifically has been in the beta for a really long time, right? The Bretons, the corruption, all of those things have been heavily revamped upon, I feel like, in the last few weeks. So I just, it's kind of... I guess I'm just frustrated that it's like there's so much that is broken on the public branch of the game. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be one thing if this was the beta branch, but it's like... I low-key feel like it feels more broken right now than it did when it honestly first launched back in March, my first time playing it on stream. So that's very... I don't know, that's just very frustrating to me and honestly a bit disappointing. Oh, these feed Nara good, at least. Guys, when in doubt, just eat cheese. That'll fix everything. It's like the food, the character... I wonder if... Okay, honestly, like... Not to say the public branch is like... It feels almost borderline unplayable right now, but it low-key does feel that way. I might try to change it to the beta really quick. I might try to change it to the beta really quick, because I know they had a beta branch that they added that fixed, like, it was a lot of hot fixes for things, but, like, do I do that? Do I do that? Is that reasonable? Yeah, I don't know, I'm disappointed by, because this just feels, it feels, like, very basic to me, that these would, the horse being able to eat and drink is a feature that has not had any issues, I feel like, for the most part, thus far. So it feels like a very integral core gameplay piece. I don't know. Hold on, alright guys, I apologize. The screen is gonna be black for a moment. No. I mean, in the past, they've put out hotfixes for things without it. How do I word this? They've put out things without it going straight to hotfix. The reason, or they put out hotfixes that haven't been straight to... Hold on, let me see how long this is gonna take. I apologize, guys. Give me 1 second. I just want to ensure This addresses the... Fixed how stats are presented. Yeah, okay. Do you believe in unicorns perchance? Of course, I always do. I always do. Hi, Andrea. Welcome to the stream. Would you prefer I call you Doc or Andrea? I apologize. I haven't been able to offer things to breed specific cotonex since it released. Make sure that the cherries and the cowberries are in your player inventory, not your horse's inventory. Sorry. Give me a sec. It's at not 50, 60%, okay? I'm sorry. This is so frustrating. I was just going in completely blind and I thought it would be fine, but I guess it isn't. Andrew or Dawn, both are fine. Either or both work. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Anyways, sorry. I don't like that I shouldn't have to do this, but yeah, to reread what you said, every update they have to release a patch quickly for stuff that shouldn't be broken. Like, it feels like to me, like if I was a game developer, you know, I feel like I would check things enough. I say check things, but it feels like, you know, before you push out a patch or a beta branch, like, wouldn't you test it enough to know that it's broken, potentially? And it just feels like I said, like, the food and water mechanics and, like, the user interface being able to swap back and forth feels like a very somewhat basic thing, in my opinion. Obviously, I know game development can be more... Yes, I'm aware. Like, I know... Yeah, first impressions are so important. Exactly. I don't think I've ever had this issue before, going straight to a public branch where so much has been broken. And the thing is, too, it's like, this is the branch of the game that isn't meant for things to be broken right away. Do you know what I mean? It's not even letting me switch right now. Do you see this? It's not even letting me switch Nara's face, at least, but I'm guessing it's because... Okay, so it shows her stuff at least up here. Let's check that the water isn't happening. Basically, I logged in, so this game, Khiimori had a... I might try saying Khiimori now, because I feel like I hear more people on social media saying the name that way. Good news, the bug where the horse's front feet, like, freak out when switching between gates isn't happening, where my horse's legs go all kerplooey. That's good. It looks like the horse... And there we go. Okay, the legs are not lifting really horrifyingly into the air. That's good. Give it a second chance. They can't keep working on it later. Yeah. I don't know. I worry about that too. And it's like, the thing is too, people's frustration is very valid. Like, I personally feel as though I just don't feel like it's very acceptable for a larger scale game update to have, like, very obvious game-breaking bugs. I said game-breaking, but, like, major functionality breaking bugs. Like, it's not like it's just stuff that's slightly annoying, but it's, like, genuinely stuff that hurts the core gameplay loop on the first day, you know? And people have been waiting for this update for a very long time, for the public branch, right? People have been talking about the Bretons for a long time. They've been very highly, quote-unquote, not requested so much as just anticipated is what it was. So it's just disappointing to see on the first day out that it, you know, is giving people some grief already. But yeah. Hi, Unofficial! Welcome to the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, I hope they're able to remedy this situation. I do notice this horse, I already am seeing one issue that kind of bled over into the beta. It looks like the front left leg, the hair, does not match with the sock color, which is annoying, but that is something. I miss Meow and Schimmel. I don't think I have either of them anymore. I was able to swap game crash one time in the food while the didn't show correctly, so my horse was starving, and its food was full on the screen. Hopefully it works better on the beta branch. I can already tell, like, some things are working more correctly on the beta branch. Let me see if I can get a horse that's hungry. Oh, we have a horse named Freddy. I feel like I should ride a Breton first for the first delivery and the first things we do today. Just because that makes sense. This is Big Mac, Big Chungus, Caramel, Creme Brulee. I want to know, what horse was I on? Was I on this? I must have been on this one earlier. Sorry if you guys can hear my brother squeaking upstairs. It's so fun living with him. Alright, whatever. I'll just leave this for now. But yeah, I'm just disappointed by the amount of bugs on the first launch of the public branch. But yeah. No, the teaks should have shine. I'll revisit the teaks later, because right now it's nighttime, so maybe they're not as glossy, but I'll revisit it. Okay, so other thing we need to review is the corruption. I previously had it completely disabled just because I didn't want to, I really did not like I did not like it on my first experience with it, so I think I'm gonna sleep a couple days in hopes that I can get some to spawn somewhere. There's a lot to unpack, I think, with the corruption and a lot of opinions about it at the moment, so I'm trying to... Sorry, that was my fault. The horse did not do that. I crashed him into the yurt. Life hack, guys. You don't have to go inside. You can just stand here and do this. A wise soul once told me. Here, let's switch over and see. Yes. I don't know if it's grammatically correct, but I don't care. Do the teaks? No, I think that is grammatically correct. Let me see if the teaks have a shine. That was an issue. That was previously noted. My theory is, so, I mean, I'll fully unpack it in a bit, but, yeah, no, this horse is not shiny. Wait, what? You're not shiny anymore. Oh, I'm so sad about that. Yeah, that's frustrating. Yeah, that's another thing I guess I'm not pleased about. The horse is missing its shine. To list one improvement, though, the horses, you can have way more horses now. You can manually upgrade the stable by offering up financial resources. And you can go up to 40 horses now, which, in my opinion, there does not need to be any more than that. Like, if you can somehow not make... If you can't accomplish all your breeding projects with 40 horse slots, you are just bad at... bad at space management. But yeah, that is my opinion. Who should we... I was saying I should do this on a... I think I'll still do this on this horse. Alright, Big Chungus, come here. Remember light bulb? Yes, the shine is gone. I remember when the game first launched, the Aquatechies did not have the shine, and they added it, and now it's gone missing again. So I don't know if it's just like something that's bugged with maybe some visual thing they changed that hasn't been properly updated. Is this horse? No, this horse doesn't have shine. This horse is giving spirit, though. Can I just say? I mean, he's got a blaze. That's not very spirit-coded, but otherwise he's a smidge spirit-coded. I noticed, did they change this? Did it always have this little notch around it? Maybe not. I want to see if there's any shrines that are... Not yet. Okay, I guess I'm gonna sleep another day. Hopefully. He looks like the fake Spirit. Spirit Junior or whatever. The prediction was wrong, by the way. Work is not pissing me off. It is boring, though. Understandable. Shout out to the boring work. Hi, JD! Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hopefully dog sitting has been less stressful. Hi, Zaw. I don't want to work today. Yeah, no. It's okay. I never want to... Guys, I never want to go in for a shift. Although, maybe that was only back when I didn't like my food service job. Maybe it'd be different now if I got a different job. I think it could be different. Okay, can I get a... I'm still not seeing any rifts that have... Oh, they updated the map finally up here? Finally! Okay, so the map is also properly updated up here now. The lake actually shows correctly on the map, which is good. Love that. That's an improvement. Thank you, Mickey. Okay, let me just... Guys, I'm gonna keep sleeping multiple days in a row until I get a corrupted rift that I can mess around with. They added some new... From what I understand, the reason I want to go test it again is because they added some enemies. Why did I say it like that? They added some new creatures, I guess, that can technically... Oh, here's one. Okay. Let's go see. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna disable it for my gameplay, but I've noticed already they haven't changed the animations, it looks like, really, for the Breton either, which I feel like the horse looks okay in the front, but I feel like the back legs could use some work. It's just like it's moving like a horse that's lighter than it is, and draft horses are obviously quite heavy. I think it's like, I think somebody mentioned on a TikTok I posted once that it looks like it's a bone or bone rigging issue, like the bones aren't properly set in the horse's body physically. Oh, it's raining. Okay. All right, that's fine. Like from the front it doesn't look bad, but then like once you put it at the side, I don't feel like it's amazing. Hi Nicole, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi Phoenix, welcome to the stream to you too. Hello, hello. Matt casually posted a TikTok video while streaming. No, listen, the notification was just late. I posted that before streaming. I'm at work. Don't tell my boss I'm here. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Did they update the weather? I do think they increased the rate at which you could have, like, inclement weather, so rain, storms, things of that nature. But... oh god, does it still have this bug? Oh no! Okay, good. I got scared the horse was gonna gallop in place for a prolonged period of time. I mean, even at the canter, this horse looks okay, I feel like. It is, like, hitching in the back left leg. Do you see it? Like, it twitches. But I think some of the other horses in-game have that issue. Thank you, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing good too. Thank you, thank you. Yes, this is the new breed that was added, the Breton. When it was in the beta branch originally, I initially reviewed it there too, but now that it's in the public branch of the game, I feel like it's more fair for critique type thing. Oh, sorry, don't mind me just crashing my horse over a rock. Okay, so supposedly there's a new enemy. I do not know what this... Chad, do you see him? Do you see it? Do you see what I'm seeing? There is a large white bear. Guys, who airdropped this polar bear down in Mongolia? Just curious. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot of skulls everywhere. It looks just as putrid as I remember it, of course. I don't know how I'm gonna... I think I'm supposed to shoot this with spirit arrows, which is the thing I've got right here, so hopefully that works. I'm gonna be injuring my horse momentarily while I run on this. There it is. I'm gonna shoot it. It's not paying attention to me, but okay. Hello? Hello? Oh my god, dude, please. Can we... I'm literally shooting it with all of my arrows and it is not reacting. Light work, no reaction. I've shot it in the head 3 times. What are we... Brother. Chat, how many... Am I gonna have to unload all of my arrows? Oh, there, finally. Whew. Took forever. My god, that took like, what, 10? That took like 10 arrows. That's crazy. What did I get from that? Animal fat? Okay. Cool. Is there... There's supposedly another entity called the Gnarl, I think, that's here. I have yet to see it, though. Maybe that means it isn't here. I guess we'll find out. Oh, my horse is injured. GG. Oh, yep, he's limping. And his eyes are bugging out of his head. I'm sorry. Why is she holding the rein like that in the air? Help! Help! It's because she's holding it in her hand, but oh my god. RIP to my horse, chat. Oh, he's actively dying. That's not good. Okay. I think I've got some of this. Please. Yes. Okay, good. So I did really, unfortunately, injure my horse doing that. I will say the performance is a lot better, at least now, than it was before when I initially did this. Yeah, see? Okay, he's not limping now. That's good. He's really mad that I made him do that, though. Sorry. Sorry! So no more horses for Macca ever. Yeah, sorry. Next time I'll just go run in there by myself. Run in there by myself. Oh, it's raining. That's so cute. The cleansing bombs. I guess I technically do, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't. We need to see what's the most effective thing, I suppose. That is okay, Zaw. Have an amazing rest of your day if I do not see you again. You lost your horse privileges. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to switch to only the animal game niche, no more horse game niche. My viewers don't think I take very good care of my horses, and therefore I'm not allowed near them anymore, so... Okay, so they've also changed the way this improvement system works. So it looks like... Oh, I only have one. GG. I've got no motherwort. So you only have to offer offerings twice, but you can't permanently cleanse it, I don't think, like you could before, which is kind of frustrating. I do kind of wish the horse's health would improve over time if they were fed, watered, and their mood was good. Obviously, like, if they actually have, like, a broken leg or whatever the situation is, like, that makes sense that the health wouldn't regenerate, like, it would stay stuck, but I hate to bring up Red Dead, but the Red Dead approach of if the horse is all of its other needs are met, then it improves type thing. Yeah, I don't know. I personally don't like that it's not something you can permanently cleanse, in my opinion. I don't think people would have so many problems with it either, to be honest, if it was something you could permanently cleanse. Like, once it's permanent, because then at least it makes it a challenge that's like, once it's gone, it's permanently gone type thing. And it's just annoying to me that, like, look, there's there's so many of them, I feel like, scattered across the map. It's like, if it doesn't get, like, if it was permanently cleansed, it wouldn't be a big deal that there's this many, but because they are only a temporary cleansing, it's not like it's gonna be permanently gone, you know what I mean? And it's like, for that reason, I find that is the reason that I keep it entirely off, because I don't find it rewarding to have to cleanse them consistently. It distracts me from things I'd rather be doing. Whereas, like, I could see myself running and then just choosing to cleanse one on the way to my actual delivery destination, you know? I do think, I do want to talk too a bit about the religious and kind of cultural significance of the corruption. Shamanism and spirits are a big thing, I know, in Mongolian, I think, I'm gonna say, yeah, mythology, folklore, bit of religion as well. And I think that the goal when they added the corruption feature was to pay kind of respect to that, but also incorporate it into the game, because clearly the game is set in Mongolia, there's shamans throughout the world, etc. And there's uvus and these other kind of somewhat spiritually tied things, it seems, in terms of, like, curses and whatnot. However, I think it's just the way it's implemented right now that it's got a lot of people feeling like it's very, like I said, unrewarding, kind of exhausting. There's a lot of people, too, who I think were led in with the belief that it wasn't going to be something so much tied to the game. I always kind of thought that maybe there would be some spiritual elements in the game, given the fact that, I mean, one, the uvus, that's not very realistic, that there's areas set up where the weather is bad due to physical curse-related things. There's obviously, like, the totems we have to deliver to the shamans and things of that nature. So I kind of always expected it, but I think it's the way it's implemented right now. A lot of people don't like it, unfortunately. The thing, the map doesn't feel good putting an effort doing a thing, taking up space in the backpack just for it to be back to 0 next time I play. Exactly. And when you skip time in game, like, the time skip in game makes everything progress faster, and so many people love, like, sitting for an hour just breeding horses in this game, you know, skipping multiple days, but it's like, if you sit and breed horses for 20 minutes in game, or IRL, that's probably the equivalent of, like, 8 days in game, and by the time you open your map up after those days are over, it's gonna be all over the map if you have it on normal, and even if it's on slow, you're still probably gonna have a couple that have cropped up during that time. But yeah, it should be like the bridges. I always fix the bridges because they stay fixed. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think, oh, it's actually snowing over here. Wait, call me pleasantly surprised. Call me pleasantly surprised, chat. But yeah, I don't know. In a way, I see what they're trying to do, and I appreciate it, and I do think I can understand the side of it, like wanting to give players an additional challenge. Um, but I also think, to some extent, the saying of there's some truth to wanting to please everyone versus just pleasing a handful of people. Like, or I say a handful of people. If you choose to target a specific audience and what they want for their game as the specific audience, I feel like the game generally does better versus trying to appease many different audiences, like the game is kind of seems like it's trying to do, as they've discussed. Based on the social media posts, they mentioned wanting to add a challenge for players that want more of a challenge. But I don't know that this is the way I want them to go about that. So, yeah. Anyways, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I know a lot of people really dislike it. Can you not eat? Chat, is my horse permanently gonna be hungry? Please, there's grass right here. Yeah. I'm disappointed that the update caused the horse to not be able to eat and drink. I feel like that feature is like a core thing to check before pushing an update out to the public branch, but maybe that's just me. It never happened to me really, other than, like, I don't know, it never really happened to me where the horses wouldn't eat, but since this update, I've had this issue, and this bug fix, excuse me, the beta branch did not fix it. So, I don't know, like, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit disappointed at the moment for how things are looking in-game at the... Why is he... Help, why is he lifting his feet up? He's not stepping in water. It's kind of cute, but OMG. Sir, can I feed them cherries? What can I feed you? Adds food, yeah, okay. Help, why is he... Why is he... whatever. Hi, Cerberus, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Any horse games to recommend that are free? The only one I can really recommend is A Story of Alicia, but there's not really any good free horse games out there, in my honest opinion. Because if they're free, the reason they're free is because they'll be filled to the brim with microtransactions, which is the only way to enjoy the game, so you'll be convinced to pay money one way or another type thing. Free is never truly free. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, so, I don't know, I'm just a bit frustrated. I'm disappointed that I feel like there just wasn't as much care as I would have liked to see personally put into the implementation of this update into the public branch, because I feel like these kind of bugs should not be, like, I just don't think these types of bugs should be cropping up this late into the early access development. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a hot take, I don't know. Like I said, this specific, the Bretons, the corruption, all of that, it's been in the works for a while, and I even played on the beta branch, and never when I played on the beta branch was the food and water an issue, like the needs and whatnot, but that is my opinion. So I'm disappointed about that, but hopefully this week we'll see some major fixes in that department. I don't know, I'm slightly worried. I'm curious to see how the devs are going to handle all the feedback they've gotten towards this feature. Obviously, a lot of people at the moment, it's just... I don't think the criticism of just, it sucks, we don't want it, remove it, is entirely helpful. And the reason why I say that is because it's just, like, yes, you're making it clear you don't like it, but it's like, what exactly don't you like about it? Like, what are these specific things about it that we find that is wrong, and what things could make it an enjoyable or a tolerable feature in game? I personally wouldn't mind it if it was able to be permanently cleansed. That is my main thing. That, and once the animal intelligence, at least for the bears and stuff, gets to be better, I could see it becoming more of an interesting thing. And once it's permanently cleansed, you know? It would make... I feel like I've played plenty of games where there's been some type of feature where, mostly in the newer lands, if you cleanse the area, that's how you're able to better access it easier. And it makes, I feel like, exploration be a bit more rewarding, kind of. I say rewarding, interesting. At the moment, it's just exploring, not having to interact with the environment or quote-unquote improve it in any way. I'm gonna take Freddy. Freddy! But yeah, that's how I feel about it. Oh, hey, guys, wait, look. This horse has the right color for its feathering, see? So these horses are fine. It's just the Breton, for some reason, that has the weird fetlock hair issues, I guess. Did they change the animations on this horse? No, I don't think so. I think I'm delusional. I think I'm delusional. Or maybe I'm not. No, I mean, it looks relatively the same. I will say, I do think for some, I don't know, for some reason, it looks nicer to me right now. For some reason. Maybe it's just because I've been riding on the Breton for the last 10 minutes, but I don't know, something, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen the game enough lately. You can change the difficulty. You can make it easy or you can make it harder. I do ride in real life, yes. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. I think the corruption feature needs to be very much overhauled. I appreciate the dev team trying to incorporate things related to Mongolian mythology, religion, shamanism. I think that is... I think if the thing is, if you're gonna make a game that's focused on Mongolian culture a bit, and things of that nature, like, it makes sense that it's incorporated in-game, you know? It would be, in my opinion, maybe doing a disservice to the source material if you choose not to incorporate that side, even a little bit. Especially considering, like I said, there's shamans already on the map. Like, this is a shaman, there's another shaman somewhere down here on a hill. Like, there's multiple of them throughout the world. And I do wonder if... My theory for a while was that they basically were adding corruption in this early to test something that would be directly tied to the story in some way, when the story, in fact, obviously is not finished. So maybe in the regular game it wouldn't be present, but related to story missions it would exist, and they're trying to gain feedback on it in that way. But, like, we don't know. Like, the devs haven't said, oh yeah, you're testing this for this reason. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think the actual features added are good and decent. Like, I'm glad Nara has her needs added now. I know her name is Nara, but I want to, like, roll my tongue while I say the R, because I know that's how it's pronounced, but I can't do it that well due to my silly little English pronunciations of things. But yeah, that's how I feel about it at the moment. I really just hope they add or take the feedback into consideration. My main fear is just, and if a dev is listening to this, I implore you, take this feedback. I'm just mostly scared that, like, the negative feedback is going to dissuade them from either changing things at all, or, as someone mentioned at one point, like, seeing, because this is the first time I think this game has actually received, like, a lot of negative feedback towards anything throughout its time in development. Maybe some people would disagree or agree, but, like, this is the most I've seen any time the player base react negatively to any feature as heavily as it has. And I don't want the dev team to get discouraged, but I encourage them to listen to player feedback is what it is. Like, clearly if people are not enjoying this feature that much, if 90% of people are turning it off because it's that unenjoyable or unpleasant in gameplay at the moment, then it's something that needs to be reworked pretty heavily, and I encourage you to please consider that feedback. That is what I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I think that pretty accurately summarizes what I'm thinking at the moment. I think in concept, the idea is not bad. Okay, I thought something like this would happen. The other Windstorm games were also not super well received. I mean, this isn't a Windstorm game, though. Although, the Windstorm games, most of them were made by Acer still. But this is not a Windstorm game anymore. They removed the Windstorm tag from it because I think the game was deemed too violent. Or at least the goals they had for this game were too violent or too realistic in nature to be associated with the Windstorm IP. At least that's what I think is the reason it got subtracted from that. But still, I hope they take this feedback well, because if they do, and they do listen to player feedback and they act based on it, if they make a genuine effort to reconnect with the audience and prove that they're willing to go forward and improve it, make it better and actually really listen to the player feedback on this, like, there'll be no problem. And it'll build better trust between the community and the development team. But if they double down and they don't change things, I can see it very much negatively impacting the game's future, and that makes me nervous and sad. Because like I said, I do truly think this game is a hidden gem. Like, this has the potential to be, in my opinion, genuinely the best horse game on the market, but that's if, you know, these hurdles, these development hurdles here, get, how do I word this? If they get properly acknowledged and properly responded to. So we'll see what happens. I'm curiously watching, and like I said, I encourage them to re-evaluate the decision on the corruption. Heck, if they honestly decide to just remove corruption entirely from the game temporarily and revisit it in a couple months with the feedback in mind, like, I think the player base would be happy with that. But I think if corruption is going to be implemented, like, maybe the approach at which they do it, it just either needs to be different or major changes need to be made to the way it exists right now. I think it's a bad sign if a player base, 90% of a player base, doesn't want to play a game. Or I say play a game, but 90% of the people playing the game end up turning a feature off when it's implemented because they really don't like it that much. Like, at that point, it changes the gameplay loop also so drastically between people, you know? Like, think of, like, any other story game, okay? Think about, I'm gonna use Horizon Zero Dawn as an example here. Imagine if the corrupted monsters were a feature you could turn off in Horizon Zero Dawn. That simply wouldn't work because it's such a core integral gameplay loop. And also, if it was a thing to turn off, like, the player's story that people would be experiencing
well met, traveler,
would be so completely different from one another because some people have it on and some people don't. Like, it drastically changes the situation, I guess. I do appreciate they're trying to update regularly, at least it seems, but yeah, reviewing the update is how it impacts the gameplay a bit more heavily before sending out into the world would be nice. Yeah, I don't know. It does make me question. I say question. Like I said earlier, I don't feel like they test the game enough too before even pushing out the update. Just speaking on the bugs I experienced early when I just started I don't know, just makes me crazy. Alright, we're gonna go deliver this stuff. This is a new item, this hugging pillow. I have yet to see this. I will say the art of the things has been so nice. The UI for this is so much better than it was. Hunter Katagan, where is that? Down here? That's 100 coins. Do I have a Herder Shiligai mission? I do. We could go to Herder Shiligai. Could also take this, maybe? Nope, I guess not. The corruption in its current state can't be cleansed permanently, though, because cleansing grants materials that are unobtainable otherwise. I mean, I could see that argument, but then what they need to do is they need to make a way to earn them once all rifts are permanently cleansed. Like, yeah, I don't see myself keeping this feature on if it can't be permanently cleansed. Like, it's not rewarding to do over and over. And I have seen the things you can craft. Like, I've seen the unique, what do you call it? Where is it? Like, these leaves you can give to your horse. Things of that nature to temporarily boost things, right? Which is, it's interesting. I will admit, like, it's a fascinating concept, but, I just personally feel like I don't really see myself crafting those things, honestly. Maybe later in the game it'll feel like they have a more integral position in the core gameplay loop, but as of right now, I just don't see myself crafting them. The journey is very doable without them. So, yeah, that's just my take on that, but... Training boosters? Is one of these a training booster? Moves 100 mood. It'd be nice because it tells you what it does. Like, it tells you it removes 100 mood, but does it boost? It should also say right on here what it boosts. Because when I read these for the first time, I didn't know what they did. Oh, Kirsten, thank you so much for... Is it an alien spaceship? Is that an alien spaceship? I can't tell. Thank you so much, Kirsten, for the alien spaceship. I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome into the stream, and hello. Thank you so much. I feel like those items should affect the items rather than the horse or something, like protection spell over the items or something. I mean, my only issue with that is, like, I hope in the future item damage mitigation is, like, and I think they've said this is the plan, like, they're gonna add a mitigation feature related to damage at some point. They've made it sound like that's an upcoming thing, like being able to protect your cargo. I wouldn't want the cargo protection to be tied towards the corruption things, personally, like the aphids and the whatever the other things were. I already forgot. The gross, creepy vines. But... Ooh, it's a windy one, guys. Windy and there's crickets. Sorry, I'm enjoying the ambience. But I would hope... I saw this interesting idea, actually, on the Discord server where somebody basically said, like, if you had to manually set up your cargo, so, like, say you had some cotton or something, and you would, like, put the cotton around. So say I'm trying to protect this. I could put cotton around it or some type of material around it that's waterproof or cold resistant or whatever, you know, to help protect the item, which I think would be really cool, honestly. The only thing is I could see it being as long as the protective materials, I guess, stack in the inventory and the reward for missions where it requires you to bolster your saddlebag in that way, I could see it being good, but look in regard that I'm home all day, so I get plenty of time to wait for updates. Horses are still at the summer pasture, so other than walking dog, I got plenty of time to wait for them to fix the game. For those who are busy all day, maybe only have a little time to play, I can see this as being much bigger, and hopefully that they'll fix things going forward. It's not so much, like, I know they'll fix these things. Like, these bugs, they'll definitely be fixed. It's more so just how they react to the influx of feedback, because like I said, this is just the first time I've seen the game get as much negative feedback as it has on an update before. Most of the previous ones have been pretty well received for the most part, and it just worries me. Like, obviously in the horse game community, we've witnessed a lot of games where they do not take to feedback very kindly, and they don't respond to it well, or they don't change things, you know? So that's what concerns me a bit. I want to sleep, but I can't because of work, but I'm glad my manager's on vacation because he pisses me off. Hey, at least he's not there. Listen, I was very blessed to have mostly tolerable managers for most of the time I worked in food service, dude. But I'm also, you know, hopefully no more managers that'll upset me in the future. Although I guess maybe that's just part of life. And if it saddlebags for different biomes, like you have to make a linen one for the desert or a fur one for the cold. That's actually really... I like that idea, too. Only problem is I could see... It's like... Because you have to carry multiple saddlebags, and that or you choose to swap to a different saddlebag temporarily. I suppose an empty saddlebag probably doesn't weigh too much, huh? I don't know, maybe it does. Especially if it's made of fur or linen. I could see... Depending on what it is. Swapping saddlebags similar to how you would swap horses depending on where you're going. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, my horse is starving. It's bothering me that they can't just eat grass. But I'll deal with it. I'll live, I'll live. I will survive. Any tips for getting spotted blankets in the horse's color? I keep focusing on genetic posting the leveraging thinking it was made influencer, but they don't turn out as pretty as yours. Keep doing that. The thing is, the patterns are actually related to the parents' patterns somewhat. So the more that a pattern occurs over a horse's ancestry, the more likely that it's gonna reoccur in the foals. So, like, if I bred this horse with another horse and the foal was a leopard, the foal would likely have this pattern, or there's a small chance for it to be... It just seems like, in general, I find that there's a smaller chance for the horses to inherit a different pattern. I honestly wish that the pattern wasn't tied so much to... Like, to an extent, like, maybe a little bit it makes sense. Like, I've seen leopard horses where both parents are very spotted and they'll produce a very leopardy spotted foal, but I wish it was more randomized, I guess. I was thinking about this the other day, and I know it would probably be a major undertaking, but it would be so cool if the game had a way of randomizing different patterns. Like, think about how The Sims 3 had that system where it would combine the parents, like, some of the patterns on the body, but like a way to randomly generate like a new leopard pattern every single time with a horse, or like a new Tobiano pattern. What kinds of different coats are there? I swear I only get grays, dapple gray, or paint. Oh, I mean, it's the range of horse colors you can get is very, very vast in this game. It really just depends. Since the system is a realistic genetic system, it follows real horse genetic rules. So basically, oh, there's motherwort here. I should grab this. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna bother with the corruption, I don't think, until it gets changed. I'm just gonna turn it off now, because I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, it's off already. Never mind. Sorry. But, yeah, I recommend watching, like, a genetics guide. I have one actually posted on my YouTube channel, specifically and related to the Legend of Khiimori, but just know that certain genes, like, you have to be very specific with how you bless them in order for them to appear differently on foals. That, and you're kind of limited by what the parents of a horse are. Like, you can't get... If both horses are homozygous gray, the foal is always going to be homozygous gray. The horse is always going to be gray if both parents are gray, type thing.
Just in the nick of time.
Sorry, I should have listened to what she said. I wasn't paying attention.
A rider from the Yam.
Would you become part of the Yam network? Keep your gear open to those who ride through, and we shall bring what you need and carry your goods to
the lip
the end
syncing's
of the
better.
step and beyond.
This is new, this introduction feature.
You have a deal, rider.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Haven't heard that line before, but I like that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Cool. Love that. Small thing, but that's like a good quality of life thing in my opinion for them to keep adding slowly to with the new voice lines and things of that nature. Helps make the conversation more believable. If I were to add one other like kind of quality of life thing I'd really like to see, what is it considered a quality of life thing? Maybe believable realism element. I really would like to see NPC riders out in the world, because at the moment it really just feels like we for real are the only person out in this world with the horse guys. We're the only ones out here riding around. I would really love to see some different, even if they only stuck to the trails, but like, you know how you just see NPCs riding around on Red Dead? Like, that's what I need. Even if they don't particularly go, heck, even if it's like they have a very consistent movement loop they always follow and you see some of the same ones, like it just, there should need some random people running around in my opinion, but yeah. Makes sense. The best bet is to wait to see those patterns for sale. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That'll increase the odds of getting it. But you can continue to breed your leopard horses and just, give it a couple tries and you might get one that's different from both parents. And if you get one that's different from both parents, just, you know, hopefully you get one eventually that's your preference. On my previous save, I had a lot of, like, very heavily spotted horses that were mostly white, but I'm trying to get ones with less heavy spotting on the body. Look at that, chat. I will say, I haven't had any frame drops yet this entire time I've played. I'm very happy about that. I feel like they could have added other riders to add a challenge to the game. Maybe you have to win a race to prove yourself a good enough curative for someone to be added to the trade network or something. It's actually in the plans. We reached the stretch goal on Kickstarter for Khiimori way back when it was running for, what do you call it? Racing? That there will be races implemented in the future so long as they continue to follow their Kickstarter plans as mentioned. I would welcome some more life on map in forms of other riders. It feels kind of empty at times. Yeah. I feel like it feels... I understand, like, they've probably got to restrict animals somewhat because this game isn't designed to maybe... I could see that maybe it'll take a lot of... I don't know if it would be very hard... what do you call it? Why is that mountain flat? Oh, Lord, have mercy! Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, that was my fault. I don't know what I expected when I tried jumping over that. I thought I thought I would be able to make it. We were not able to make it. That was my, to be clear though, that was, I feel like low-key, not to say it was to be expected, but I crashed straight into a rock wall going like probably 35 kilometers an hour. I'm not gonna try and jump over that part anymore. I know better now. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the world. I do think it'd be very nice if animals weren't so confined to just one spot on the map. And honestly, same for the wild horses. I wish there was a large range of area in which they could spawn in and not like they'll reappear always in the same spot. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of felt rewarding, I feel like. For other than the exception of like the really rare horses like the White Arabian and the Brindle Arabian and that one Mustang in Red Dead that appeared in a specific spot. Like the 3 super horses or whatever in game. Oh, they have Bretons here now. It kind of not annoys me, but when I made my review video, they were only in the mountainous areas, but that's changed. They're here now, so it's a bit inaccurate now in that way. They're really cute to have herds of sheep or goat being looked over by a shepherd on a horse. Yes! Like ambient sheep running around, I would appreciate that.
This is great.
I'm glad to hear it.
Let me introduce myself.
Okay.
Would you become part of the Yam network?
My fire is yours.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I just think like there's animals not being confined solely to one area on the map, or at least they're able to spawn in a larger area. So like, for example, the wolves, there's wolves over here. It's not showing it, but you just gotta trust me, bro. Like the bunnies always spawn in this circle around the rabbit hunting ground. Okay, see this zone? But what if this zone was really large? Like imagine this zone was really large and they could either spawn down here or up in here. Or over here. You know? Like, I think it'd be nice if, they could do all of that. Hi, Vulture. Yes, there'll be Planet Zoo today. But, yeah, that's just my thought. Just my opinion, if you will. Did y'all hear that? Suspicious horn noise. I really need to get some... I need some water for this horse. I don't know that he'll drink, though, due to the bug at the moment. Oh, he can drink! He just can't eat. Can take a horse to water and it'll drink, but take it to grass and it won't eat. Very unlikely. Can we eat? Please say yes. Yes! Okay, we're able to eat over here, at least. Thank God. We're just not able to eat by Tav. You know what? Maybe... Was I on a Breton before and the Breton wasn't eating? Or was it... Is it possible just the Breton is broken? I think what it is like, I'm guessing there's some type of... I don't want to say terrain painter, but in games they'll like paint a zone where things are possible and where things aren't possible. So like... Grass is painted in a way where it always indicates that the horse can eat on it. Is this bridge broken? Uh-oh. Chat, if I run really fast, do you think I'll be able to clear it? I'm not trying it after the last incident. I want to jump across one of these here. It gets shallower over here. I don't want a reoccurrence of what happened earlier. Maybe I'll try riding one of my Bretons again and seeing if that changes it. But, yeah. We'll see, we'll see. I kind of assumed if I was not on level ground, maybe that stops them from eating, but then it would never happen. It ever didn't matter what breed I was on. Yeah. Let me stop right here and see. Will you eat here? Yeah. You see, you'll eat here. Okay, that's good. I don't know. We'll go back and see by Tav. Because Tav was where I was having the issues initially. I didn't really try feeding a horse super far away from Tav. Specifically on the Breton 2, I was having issues. This horse hasn't given me any problems, but maybe if I ride a Breton after the fact, it'll be different. Am I getting chased? It sounds like... Sorry, it sounds like there's multiple grass noises behind me. Which I will say... would be really nice in theory for like a game feature, you know? Like you can hear another set of grass moving. It's like in Minecraft when you hear blocks being moved and it's like a jump scare, you know? Like, doesn't it sound like there's two sets of... Can you guys hear that? Maybe it's just, like, temporarily running through certain, foliage. It makes a lot of noise. But it sounds like there's almost a distant movement in the grass nearby for a moment. The lighting is... I feel like the lighting has seemed stranger during this specific time of day, but... Low-key, maybe I forgot what it looks like when the sun is rising. I'm not sure. Alright. Go, go, go. We'll try it again on the Britain and just see for science. I kind of assume if it's not on level ground. I've definitely fed horses or had them eat before on unlevel ground. It's just... I've even had horses eat in spots where there was no grass, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it has been a bit since I've streamed The Legend of Khiimori. I kind of feel bad because I know there's a lot of people who want to see me play specific games, but it's just hard because there's so many games I enjoy playing. And it's kind of just like one of those things where whatever has new content for me to enjoy, and like once I get bit by the bug, I'm like, okay, yeah, let me go play this for a while, you know? Whatever I kind of hyperfixate on for a bit or feel like there's more content for me to actively explore, you know? That always pulls me back in. I was kind of holding off. This update came out earlier this week, but I hadn't played it because a lot of the stuff that's on this update we've already seen on the beta branch, so I was like, we'll just give it a minute. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, let me just try it on here too. So that way I'm up to speed. That, and I also feel like there's more room for me as a player to criticize when things are pushed to a public main branch on the game. Like, I just much more personally, I enjoy I feel more comfortable being completely honest about how I feel about things when it's in the main branch of the game, just because it feels like a more solidified, like, thing, you know? Khiimori, it's just the gameplay is currently lackluster. It's a game with a lot of potential as it is right now. There's more interesting games to watch. Yeah, and that's completely fine. And I mean, the thing is too, like, it's lackluster to you, but I know for some people, like, they don't think Planet Zoo is very interesting, or they don't think Wolf Quest is interesting. They'd rather watch this. So it's just hard, because at the end of the day, I've got to balance what everybody wants to see, but I've also got to balance what I personally am enjoying in the moment, you know? So just know that there will be times where it'll seem like, oh wow, Makachin is not interested in this game, but it's more so I just am playing other things at the moment, and once there's some more to be added to Khiimori, once there's some more content to explore, I'll always come back and give it another shot type thing. And not even so much give it another shot, but just revisit the new things of that nature. Story of Alicia. Yes. Yeah, but that's my point. Like, everybody's got their own preferences in terms of what's going on. Sorry, Magpie, I missed your message earlier. Hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Dual Khiimori maxing. Do you know the RAM this game requires? I think it's 16 gigabytes. I could be wrong, but I think that's the minimum. Sorry, first time catching you stream Legend of Khiimori live. I'm enjoying the VODs you put up. I'm glad. I'm sorry there hasn't been more of them lately. I just need to, like, I feel like get back on a schedule of, not so much a schedule, but like I said, I just feel bad. I feel like I bounce around to things. I mean, think about it this way. A month ago, it was Fernhoof Grove that was eating up all of the horse game time on stream. I'm sure you guys remember. There were some long streams of that. But now it's, another one that's going to be on the back burner for me until I have more time. I say more time, but also, there's new content to explore, because I feel like I've really explored most of it at this point. Hi, Crux! Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello, welcome in. We're currently Legend of Khiimori maxing. I do hope they add a contrast slider. The shadows feel too dark compared to the light on screen. It's hard on my eyes. I can kind of see that. I think, for me, it feels fine, but I also understand some people are more sensitive to that. I should go to Imogen and see if they fixed the gross black dirt problem we were having. We should go experience that. We can also test if the horses are having issues with their legs. Which are touching water, almost like a Spanish walk. Yeah, I'm on the beta branch for that reason, because they added like a hotfix, but I guess it wasn't... Maybe they hadn't tested it enough to... The horse's legs went noodly for a moment. Why are you depressed? You've been sitting in the barn for a really long time. Y'all see that? He was sitting in the barn. I don't know why he's sad. Maybe it really is just the Britons that are broke. Hotfix wasn't so hot, yeah. It wasn't quite ready to be tried and true hotfix, I guess. I mean, here's the thing. The reason they do that is, like, I think it was a Friday they put it out on. And it's like, if they have a day or two to bug test it themselves, it's like, okay, cool, they can confirm everything's good. But there's been scenarios before where they've put out, like, a fix on the beta branch where the fix or whatever actually ended up having a serious issue where it broke people's saves. So by leaving it a couple days, it's ensuring that people on the main branch anyway aren't going to get the worst possible scenario, I think is how I'll choose to describe it. Maybe not the best way to describe it, but like if they've got to think about it this way, it's like, okay, say it's like 12 o'clock on Friday. They've pushed out the main branch, but they find out, oh, there's all these bugs that players are really unhappy about. Okay, what can we accomplish? And how much can we get done in this small 3-hour time frame before we have to leave the office for the day? But it's not enough time to fully test it, you know? Let me see about my other... I might ride the other... Who was it? This one? His name is Cell, but that's okay. I just want to see if he is bugged. Ooh, sorry, my hair just made a squeaky noise. Had something in it and I pulled it out and it went funny. Your horses have funny names. They just are a little silly. What's the point of leveling up? Yeah, get better horses / quests. That is true. Alright, we're gonna take this horse for a ride. We're gonna go up to Imogen. I'm gonna see if the grass and the ground there is still looking really cursed. It's my favorite place in the game, so I was really sad during the beta branch when mine was, like, covered in weird black soot, it almost looked like.
Welcome to our...
Where is... do I have any deliveries up there? Please say yes. Chat, there's none. This isn't good. Imogen? Shaman Altan? No, I don't really want to go there, sorry. I guess I could just go there for fun. It's not a crime to go somewhere for fun, is it? Probably not. Yeah. A lot of people have an issue with the breed's height, which honestly, yeah, I agree with. Most modern horses... Like, horses are larger, domestic horses anyways, for the most part, are significantly larger now than their ancestors are. And the Breton in the real world, its average height is 14 to 16 hands, I'm pretty sure. And the Akolteki horse also has an average height of 14 to 16 hands. Do you see how that's a problem in this game? The Akolteki is, like, so significantly smaller in this game than from the Breton's size, when in reality they're both horses that stand around a similar height. Now, the Breton is a very chunky and, like, wide horse, so it looks bigger, but they should technically be the same height, relatively speaking, at the shoulder. If not, the Breton can just be slightly taller, but when you compare the two breeds looking at them side by side in the stable menu, it feels very apparent to me anyway that the Breton, like, towers over the Akolteki, when really it should be more of a similar... Oh, the noodle legs. I thought it was fixed, but I guess not. But there we go. It's happening again! Yeah, anyway. So, that, and I also just think in general, a horse shouldn't appear so largely in the stable menu that it's, like, borderline clipping out of the window, in my opinion. Like, I'm pretty sure... I guess we'll go look and see at the stable, but I swear it looks like it's almost too big for the preview menu, in my opinion, but that might just be me. Hi, Ema! Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing on this fine Saturday? They need to standardize the hand measurement for the game. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, that, and I do also think the hooves could maybe be a bit bigger. I feel like it's a bit jarring seeing such a heavy horse on, like, little dainty horse hooves. Like, its feet are so... If you've ever seen a draft horse, I'm sure you've seen that their hooves are, like, dinner plates. Like, they are so large. And maybe I'm not as familiar with the Breton because we don't really have them here in the States, at least. I think the European, the French one that they kind of base this horse off of mostly. But their hooves are generally really large, and I feel like this horse's hooves, like, the legs are thick, could be maybe a bit thicker, but the hooves feel very small to me. Fish getting out the door for a show. He plays guitar in a band. They play tonight in Indiana. I love that. Wish him the best of luck. I hope he performs wonderfully. But yeah, that is my opinion. But other than that, and I mean the bone issues I mentioned earlier with the animations, I think the horse looks mostly... Oh, tongue. Sorry, voice crack. And it's snowing. Sugoi, cool, love that. Level 20 in Rival Stars. Sweat. I do really like that the weather is a bit more expanded now. At least the snow isn't just only in the snowy mountains. Like, it's very nice to see, in my opinion. Like, look. Guys, it's giving Wisconsin when it's the first snow of the season. I think it's very pretty. Like, a lot of the landscapes in snow look very pretty. Maybe the snow, like, the rate at which the snow appears on the ground could be slowed down a bit. But, like, as you can see... Compared to the horse. Oh. I guess maybe I'm wrong then. Oops. Oh, woodpecker. I haven't heard one of those in game yet. It'd be cool if we could see one. But yeah, I don't know. Those are my main critiques of it. I know a lot of people look at this horse and they're like, wow, it just looks like a scaled up Mongolian horse, which, like, I can kind of see, but at the same time, I just feel like it's, I don't know, still so physiologically different that it just doesn't really cross my mind. It's giving RDO when it snows in December. It is! And that's my favorite time of year in Red Dead Online, for real. Oop, we're tripping over things. Sorry, horse. But, yeah. But isn't this lovely? Like, look. Trotting through the snow, making our way up to Imogen. Probably saying that name wrong, but it's okay. Oh, and we're tripping. Ah, very cool, though. Like, this is... Like, even with all the... I was about to say, even with all the bugs, it's very beautiful. Even with the, you know, not so amazing initial experience I had reviewing the update today. The jump looks a bit funny at Trot. Like, you can't deny, this is very beautiful. It's very enjoyable to travel through this winter wonderland here. Winter wonderland, winter wonderland. Oh wait, I was talking about how I wanted to see if the ground was the funny color, but I can't even tell because it's covered in snow. The lighting also changes when you get up to Imogen here. I do feel like it looks, now that I'm thinking about what Red Dead Wolf said earlier, where it looks very high contrast. I feel like it's especially noticeable, like, here with this lighting shift, which I kind of appreciate a lighting shift in a way. Yeah, I don't know, very interesting. Look at that, chat, we're trotting around. I really like hearing that woodpecker noise. I don't know if you guys heard it, but that's very cool. Love the different species sounds, even if I can't necessarily see them. I will say, for the first time, I'm feeling very... I don't normally spend a lot of time, I feel like, relaxing on this game and just taking it slow, but today's one of those days where I just appreciate the beauty so much that I'm not in no rush, you know? We have no delivery we're running, we're just taking it slow and it looks nice. And the legs are going noodly. Please! Oh, and we're clipping through the tree. They did expand the map a bit with the new update, yes. I need to do a bug report the next time that the horse's feet go kerplooey, dude.
Well done.
Maybe we'll just walk for a moment instead of trying to trot. Taking time to explore, yeah. And I mean, I've been here a million times, and I'm happy to report the black stains on the ground are no longer here. Joy! Joy to the world. Imogen is finally back to its beautiful, beautiful self. If I change the graphics, if I raise the graphics settings, guys, do you think my computer's gonna crash? The last time I did that, it broke my game. But I want to enjoy it with the full settings, honestly. I'm gonna try it. Oh, I'm not close. I should really save the game first. I should save the game first. I should take a photo here too for the thumbnail, probably. If I can get to a spot where there's no specialty. Oh, he's bugging. Sorry guys, you're watching the thumbnail being made in real time. That looks super realistic. If I took my glasses off, I'd be convinced it's real. Yeah, isn't it? Like, it is so... Like I said, there's undeniably a lot of beauty, in my opinion, to this game. I'm very happy I have a computer that can enjoy it to the fullest. Like, look at this. It's very beautiful. Like, look at that. I wish I could disable the stupid glowing... I say stupid. It's helpful when I actually need it, but I don't like that I can see it. I don't like that I can see it. Girl, I have the corruption up, but I don't find any Britain in the whole map. Where are they? They are by Herder Sheila guy down here. Originally they were up here, but I think they might have removed them from up here and moved them down here. But you can find some by this Herder Sheila guy person. Next to Yasugun. It's far west of Tav. The map is pretty big. Like, it took me multiple days of playing to actually expand it as far as I could get it. Or close to as far as I could get it. Yes, yes. Sorry, they were originally over there, but I think they moved them, which is why, like... I'll admit, guys, my video isn't accurate anymore because they got moved. Not necessarily forever, but I mean, it's pretty damn big, like... You can kinda... I'm assuming everywhere that... The whole map, once this game is fully finished, I'm assuming is meant to stretch all the way out to where this glowing is, for the most part. Ugh, the noodle legs, they're scaring me. Okay, I'm gonna come up here to the next... There's a save point up here somewhere. This one... This has got to be the most uncomfortable ride ever. Do you see her legs? Oh my god, I don't want to say anything that sounds crazy out of context, but like, I just know having your legs wrapped around a horse this wide has to be so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. It's so freaking huge. Okay, I gotta find a save point. There should be one up here. Yeah. Alright, alright. Like, it looks moderately okay, like, from here, but once we start galloping, it's like the legs stretch out so much farther. Yes, of course. How could I forget? The Britain that could not be tamed. Alright, let me save. I'm gonna increase my graphics settings, or at least I'm gonna try to. We'll see how it goes. Pray that my computer doesn't crash. Ah! She's probably really flexible, though. Like, she's almost doing the splits every time she rides a horse. Every time she rides this horse, dude. Okay, Alright, guys, I'm gonna put it up. Why is it on custom? OMG, it worked without crashing my game. There we go. Joy to the world. Although I will say I'm immediately experiencing... That looks so much better, I'm actually mortified. What? Like, it already looked pretty good in the settings we had, but this is like... I do think my frames have dropped a bit, though, so I might... Let me just compare it to what we had it on before. Because it was custom earlier, but I don't think I want it custom. I'll put it on high and see how that does for us. Confirm. I feel like that's still better than what we were working with earlier. I think I'm just gonna keep it for here. Keep it here for now, but... Thick thighs save lives. Gotta have ultimate core calf thigh strength when riding, guys. It's true.
Easy.
Ultra was good, but I could tell, like, my frame rate went from probably, like, 60 to, like, 45, which isn't ideal. Did it look better? Yes. Yes, it did. But why does it switch to custom when I do that? It's weird. Oh, hey, he's drinking at least. Like, I feel like you guys can probably notice the frame drop difference. If I can, you probably can. But it looks... No, technically I am on the beta now, because I switched... I'm trying to take a good photo here. Thumbnail photos, chat! Yeah, I don't know, like, I feel like I can really notice the frame drop difference. I think there was once a time where I could run this on Ultra and it was good, but I feel like the performance has kind of gotten worse on this game since in some of the more recent updates. According to, well, my experience, and also things I've read among other players, so... Yeah, I'm gonna put it back down to high, I think. Because it's still pretty damn good, just... Yeah, there we go. That's still pretty good. Less frame drops, too. I need a nap. You and I both. I need to stop sipping my caffeinated beverage, dude. It's already 3 o'clock. I'm gonna be up all night. I think my PC might have a virus. Am I cooked? I assume, do you have an antivirus? It's a bit strange that when you run in the snow, it's like kicking up excessive amounts of grass and plant material, it looks like. Our horse is hungry. Hopefully we can eat some grass somewhere. I'm pretty sure all of this is rocks. The default. Run a virus scan. Maybe try... A lot of people, I think, for free antivirus, a lot of people I know use, like, Bitdefender. Make him eat snow. It'd be cute if the horses could drink snow. I say drink snow. Like, lick the snow for hydration if they're thirsty in an area where there's no water. There's grass here. Will he eat this if I walk him into it? Yes! He's eating! Joy to the world. I'm getting a new PC for my birthday next month, and I'm so excited to be able to play with better graphics. As you should be. I'm not gonna lie, the game is like... Listen, it's got its issues, it's got its problems, I've talked about that today. But undeniably, like... super beautiful game. So freaking beautiful, especially with the best graphic settings. Like, look how shiny he looks. You know what? I wonder if the Akolteki... Chat, do we think the Akolteki shine disappeared? Because my graphics were low? Maybe that was the issue. We'll try that again. Maka, if you end the second I show up. I would never. Hello, welcome to the stream, Bike. Not gonna be ending stream for at least another 2 hours, trust. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I say another 2 hours. Another hour and a half at least. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make my way back. Let's test the Akolteki shine theory. I think what we'll do is we'll switch games once I get back to Tav. Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo is on the agenda today. We need to figure out what the next species... I feel like maybe it'd be fun to make the Wolverine enclosure or design the area for the... excuse me, designed the Arctic fox and reindeer thing. Ooh, this is crunchy. Do you hear that? Running my giant draft horse through the rain and jumping over things probably isn't a very, safe idea, but that's okay. In this game, you're a 13th century Mongolian career rider. You deliver cargo, explore the world, combat spirits, and explore the... I already said explore. Train and take care of and breed for better horses. Yes. Oh my gosh, another Aussie? Guys, the Australian viewer network is expanding. This is incredible. Every once in a while, guys, a new person found for a different country. Our pool grows. Our Louis' cavalry grows every day. Every day. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I hope in the coming updates they do a performance overhaul again, because I do really like playing on these high graphics, and it seems like my PC can handle it relatively well with minimal frame rate drops and the like for the most part, but it's occurs enough where I'm like, I'd like them to optimize it better still. I also feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like my horse never gets injured anymore. Like, I'm literally running on grass, or, sorry, rocks right now, and he is not stumbling or getting injured. And previously, the horses would stumble a lot, I feel like. Oh, is this... Oh, yep, it's this bug. Ah! I hate this bug. Anyways, but... yeah. So cutesy, so sugoi. I can't stop saying sugoi. I need to be stopped. I like how you guys just leaking your location. This is a very lovely color. Is this the color of Froggy? Like the spot pattern of Froggy? Love, love, love that specific leopard variety. Very cute, very amazing. Okay. Let's go see about the Akoteki situation, and then I think we'll switch games after we observe what that looks like. Please ignore how my horse is really critically thirsty right now. I wanted to look at something, but I forgot. It's okay. Okay. I will say this is probably gonna be... I don't know when the next Khiimori livestream will be. Maybe I'll play it once they've released another hotfix and it's pushed to the main branch. But I guess to summarize my thoughts, I think most of the features that were added are decent. I do hope I'm like decently satisfied with the Breton. I do think overall there are some things that could be improved still, but satisfied. Hopefully, there were so many people, I remember when this game came out, that were like, we need a draft horse! Draft horse! And finally there is one, so hopefully... Guys, it was my graphics! Oh my god, I'm so fake. Chat, I'm so fake. I take back my complaining earlier about it. It works. I was playing on the wrong graphic settings, I guess. Sand dune is still the shiniest of them all. The shiniest horse. The golden... the golden horse. So that's good. That wasn't changed. I just... very stupidly shiny. Stupidly shiny. Brilliantly shiny, excuse me. Not stupidly shiny. That wasn't the right word. But yeah. I was like, Mongolian horses, squeaky square walk, while Breton has heavy footsteps. I do know what you're talking about. I do. But, yeah. The golden stallion. Sorry. Listen, I was not thinking of anything really impressive when I made these, you know? Their base color is almost identical, but... Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that that's still there. My bad earlier. I really liked your video covering the Britain. Thank you! It was actually a collaborative effort between me and Mindscape. They reached out and wanted to do a video, and I would have done a review of the bread anyway, but with their additional information, was able to make a decent review. So I'm glad you liked it. Anyway, I think, guys, we're gonna... What are we gonna do? We're gonna switch games. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch games. So thank you guys. Actually, here, let me point out one more thing for you guys. The Breton Akoteki height difference. Just because, as I mentioned before, technically their average heights are the same in the real world. Like, okay, never mind. This horse doesn't exceed... I think it's just the fact that, like, its face is overlapped by the name because it's so large. That really throws me off. This is this horse compared to... I don't have one that's right next to an Akoteki. Oh yeah, see, look. This horse is... The Akoteki is an average of, what, 14 to 16 hands? And this horse breed is also supposed to be an average of 14 to 16 hands. Which you can really see that there's, like, a major difference between them. And obviously, like, these horses are always going to appear larger because they've got way more muscle and they're much thicker. And they're supposed to be, that's the breed. But it's just, they are significantly taller at the shoulders, so. Alright, anyways, I think this is where we're gonna switch games for the day, so thank you guys so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. This will be uploaded, the VOD will be uploaded on YouTube later. Game information's in the top right corner. Yes, we're gonna switch games now. Thank you guys! I mean, they're designed for pulling and stuff. Pulling, like, lots of pulling. We're talking, like, logging for hours in the forests and whatnot. So they do have a purpose. And although, like, it's definitely... If you go from seeing sport horses and warm bloods all the time and slimmer build horses, it looks concerning, but I promise it's normal for the breed, given what they're supposed to do. They need a lot of muscle mass to pull all of the things that they pull when working. And they do like pulling. They're kind of like dogs where they are unsatisfied if their body is not used to, I say not used to that, sounds cursed, but like a job they've been strategically bred for centuries.